Final update. Wife deleted a message from my ex telling me that she was pregnant 5 years ago. Hi everyone. Just wanted to drop one more update on my original post. https www.reddit.com/r/relationship advice comments sjw60x wife deleted a message from my ex telling me that UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share. Other update. https www.reddit.com/r/relationship advice comments sskTBX update wife deleted a message from my ex telling. It's quite a long story, so the more condensed version is that I've met my daughter. My ex and I handled the custody and support agreement ourselves. Still signed off by the court. We're both committed to making this co-parenting thing work, and it's been going well so far. My wife and I are back at home and both excited about her nearing due date. We've decided to move on. The longer version. The last update ended with my ex threatening to fight me in court. Well, the lawyer I'd arranged suggested we give mediation a try and set that up with her lawyers and this mediator. Overall, the mediation went quite shit and seemed to be more detrimental to us ever cooperating. We only had 2 actual sessions and both were just filled with unnecessary fighting and no resolution. Funny enough, it was the chaos at the mediation that kind of proved to both of us we weren't interested in fighting each other indefinitely, and she reached out late in the evening after the second mediation asking to meet up the next day. In that meeting, we talked things out and listened to one another, sorted through some baggage from our relationship, as well as spoke about what exactly had been going on the past 5 years. Hours-long conversation, but it was totally worth it. We agreed that we'd make it work and put our daughter in the forefront. A meeting was arranged for me to drive over and see my daughter face to face, and I did. At the time, I wasn't introduced properly to her as her father, and she obviously was cagey around this random dude around, but it was still great seeing her that first time. She is seeing someone to help with my transition into her life, and I've since been properly introduced to her, and she's started calling me Papa, so things are going stunningly smooth and she's coping really well with it all. Plus, my ex has floated around the idea that if she could find a better job where I am, she'd consider moving, so distance isn't too big of a problem, though that's still a big if. For now, I'll just keep driving up to her until we're acquainted enough to allow her to make the trip to me. The last update on my wife left things at my sister posting about everything and my family fighting with my wife. My sister has removed the post and apologized to my wife, although not sincere, but still an apology. Still ongoing, but attempts of reconciling my family and wife are going more or less well. My wife momentarily moved to stay with her parent to get away from everything for about a month, but has since moved back to the house with me, as we're soon expecting the birth of our child in the up and coming weeks. All extremely excited over that, and we've worked through our issues. I'm sure most of you will be disappointed by this, but I do 100% believe my wife and trust that she isn't some conniving person. She's still the woman I love, and we're all to blame for the circumstance that led to this whole situation. All we can do is focus on the future. Big thanks to everyone who's offered their support and wishes as well as advice. I truly do appreciate all of it. And that's it. Signed off, a happy dad of almost 2. I'm glad things are going well. I hope they continue to do so. I'm sure most of you will be disappointed by this, but I do 100% believe my wife. Not disappointed, buddy. Just disbelieving. But if you thinking this keeps you warm at night and your family together, then more strength to you. It's great that you've reconciled with the woman you love. I wish you well with both of your children and in your marriage. That said, she absolutely read the message from your ex. No woman in the history of the world would look through her partner's messages, see one from his ex, and delete it without reading. That's just not how people behave. Even in the most poorly written piece of fanfic that would stand out as a ridiculous contrivance. It's perfectly okay to forgive everyone, especially yourself. What matters now is where you go from here. You've rightfully put your children first, just try to make sure that you look out for yourself as well. Good luck and congratulations. Going against the grain. I don't think your wife read the message. She fessed up and said she deleted a message right away when you said something. She could have kept it a secret and it could have all been chalked up to a tech issue. I think your ex could have tried way harder to tell you she was pregnant and you could have been a better BF at the time, so the blame game can be passed around. But I am glad you guys are moving forward. This is the best situation out of all and hope it all works out. Thank you for the update. I'm so glad you can trust someone who deliberately prevented you from being a father for 5 years. She totally read that message 5 years ago and knew it. You also know that she read it but won't admit it to yourself. Sorry, I may have missed it, but did he get a paternity test? Seems very weird to me that the only way this woman tried to contact him to tell him she was pregnant was one text, then goes on 5 years later to ask him mom for money? Maybe I'm cynical, but that seems like an obviously missed step in the process. How are you feeling about your wife at this point? I'd imagine mixed feelings? So your ex waited until right before the birth to let you know she was pregnant with your child and only decided to send one message? Then just gave up? Just like that? She did that on purpose. She didn't want you involved. I don't think your wife is conniving either. But she read the message before deleting it. The idea that she'd see an incoming text from your ex and delete it sight unseen is about as plausible as a kid finding the hiding spot for his Christmas presents and refusing to peek. That text could have been a dozen things. And deleting it would only make sense in a handful. For most of those, it only makes sense if she had additional context about the conversation, which she would only get from reading it. So, you're in denial, but it's okay. Keep the rosy glasses on.
Good to hear.
Apparently denial isn't only a river in Egypt. I do 100% believe my wife. That is incredible. Your wife deprived you of 5 years of your daughter's life. And you are just okay with it. Your poor daughter. Oof. No way she's being honest about not reading the message. Literally 0% chance. Good luck. It's nice of you to take some of the blame and forgive her. Good luck. Hope she doesn't lie or manipulate you anymore. I'm very happy that you're now able to have a relationship with your daughter after your wife caused you to miss the first 5 years of her life. It's unfortunate that your wife is expecting though, because it makes the decision to leave her less obvious. Oh man, you're an absolute moron for sticking with her. I wish I could see how your first daughter reacts when she's older and understands what your dumb bitch of a current wife did. Good luck with this. Well, you have made the deliberate choice to believe her, which is ridiculous frankly, but your choice. I hope things work out in a way that is good for all of your children. I'm questioning how much involvement you're really going to commit to with your child. If you're staying with your wife, I'm sure she will be uncomfortable, and that's obviously a priority for you. I don't think your child will want much to do with her anyway in the future. Good luck. You'll need it. I don't know why more people are not angry at your wife. Your wife is a horrible human being, extremely selfish, uncaring and unthoughtful. Pregnancy sucks and is one of the roughest thing a woman can go through. And your wife decided that your ex deserved to go through that alone without any emotional or financial support from you. She didn't even feel bad enough to tell you this for the past 5 years and would have probably tried to keep it a secret forever. Your poor ex had to go through it alone, thinking you didn't want to be a part of the baby's life. Your poor baby girl grew up thinking her dad didn't want her. Imagine someone posting here saying that she got pregnant, told her ex, who didn't reply her message and then promptly blocked her after. Everyone would be calling the guy an a-hole and telling her to sue him for child support. Your wife basically did this. She needs serious mental help to figure out how she has no empathy and can be selfish enough to do this to another human being. This post makes me so upset lol that everyone is sympathizing with the wife and saying she deserves forgiveness. When she's not even remorseful, she ruined the life of another woman and a child.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.